I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have nobody online but Gary, and we don't have anybody in the room, which is unusual for these days. We've had a lot of guests, which is nice. So, privilege of the floor. Everybody wants it? Approval of the minutes. Can I have a motion to approve the December 7th meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Mike, do you have anything from the development office?
No, actually, be quiet. Nothing going on right now.
Thanks. Town board referrals from the town board. None that I know of. I believe they re-upped us. I didn't attend the town board meeting, but I heard that they had done all the boards, so we should be okay.
Consider ourselves pretty good.
We haven't
Yes.
heard otherwise.
We haven't heard otherwise, so. You want me to leave the CIC on here? Or do you want me to just take?
Well,
that
it's
off?
not, they're not, if it does, it's supposed to be not called CIC any longer. We don't know anything. Yet, still. So I think you could probably eliminate J for
Okay.
now,
All right. I
because I
can
just don't really know what's going on.
take that off. Referral from the ordinance committee. We don't have anything referred from there. Let's see. They had Brian Davis and Hardy, I'm not exactly sure. From Ontario County, and we were talking about the study. Harvey,
Yeah.
thank you. The study that they had done for housing. And housing's needed.
Yeah.
Schools are basically losing population, kids, except for Victor. Victor's growing because, well, Farmington's growing.
Yes.
But pretty much there's no housing to be had here, so. But they're planning on taking their presentation once they get it fine tuned. And taking it to the different municipalities, and they're hoping that they can maybe do something for the boards, all the boards here on the housing, so. That would be something that could be considered as training. And that's all I know from there. They were doing minimum square footage for housing at the ordinance. That's what they were looking at, and that's why they had brought people in from Ontario County. So I think we're up to our reviews. Is everybody able to get into Cloud Permit and look at whatever?
I scoped it out, yeah.
I was just asking, just
Usually.
It seems friendly enough these
Okay.
days, friendlier than it used to be.
Yeah.
That's only harder because we're getting used to it.
I think that is part of it.
Yes.
It does. Yeah. 23:15. Mike, do you know about this one?
Yes, the applicant, because of the configuration of the land, we had something similar to this previously. They need to put it in the front yard, the pool that they're building, and a hot tub. So the variance that they're looking for is for pool in the front yard and an extra accessory structure, because they already have a hot tub on a concrete pad.
Mhm.
But it's just the way it's set up. They can't put it in the rear. I mean, it is the rear, but you know, the way it's lined up.
Yeah. I like that they already have that berm on the property. I was looking at the Encore photograph.
That one.
That's
Yeah, would-
helpful.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah,
Bigger.
I think this was the one I just asked, Bill Grove today if they had a
Mhm.
landscaping plan.
Yeah.
And, they don't have one yet, so.
I think there were plants listed on the plan, I thought. Maybe I was,
Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. There's one of these ones I didn't
You've
find
got
on
my
that.
form.
oh, yeah,
And, so I said, if you send it in, just let me know and I can, his Chuck is asking me about some of the landscaping things at the planning board meeting, so
Mhm.
I figured.
yes.
It helps if I actually look at it ahead of time. Come on. Okay. I'm waiting for it to like give me the little notice. There we go. Thank you.
Yes,
'Cause I won't be able to do anything until I get that notice.
yes, they do remind you every time.
Will say I do like cutting and pasting some of those things right from Cloud Permit. It's making it a little easier.
Mhm.
And obviously they got the frontages on, I mean, their address is Route 16, but you see the way the house is pointed.
Mhm.
Definitely is a unique lot.
Yeah, that's a
It's got
walkout,
that
right?
little-
That's got a walkout, doesn't it, Mike?
Yeah.
So they can walk right out to the pool area then.
Did anyone have any comments?
Can you zoom out a little bit? I was just curious if there's other adjacent properties that also have pools in their front yard or,
And there's one. Right above him.
okay.
I suggested to Bill if they include, because he said they were gonna put shrubs around the pool. And if they use native species, our lights are really simple.
Right.
I planted that seed already, so.
Mhm.
Any other, did you have other comments, Gary?
No, just curious. So the pools are, I guess, considered along with other accessory structures. Nothing goes in the front yard as a rule. Is that they're correct?
That's true. Yep.
They have enough space, so I mean,
They do.
coverage
They got
shouldn't
lots
be
of
an
space,
issue
yeah.
or
They do. Mhm.
anything like that. Then, if they're like draining anything, obviously they're gonna wanna be careful what they're doing. Not just let it run down their driveway. Because that will go right to the lake.
Mhm. Can we see the site plan? Just one more time, so I just wanna see, he probably has his. Silt fencing up and stuff, maybe for when they install it. It's an in-ground, of course, I would think,
So we have silt fence.
yeah. Mhm.
I know I saw from their, they had a shoreline guideline that
Yes.
they're leaving the existing landscaping in place,
Mhm.
so. A lot to say about this one.
He shows shrubs around the
Yeah,
pool too.
so if anybody wants me to let them know if they put up a landscape plan, I'll share that along, so if anyone has any comments, they can send them to me, so when Chuck asks me.
Right.
All right, I guess we'll move on if no one has any more comments. Have the Seneca Point one again.
Mhm.
This was subdivision and sketch that
Mhm.
we're looking at. Mike, did you have anything to comment on?
Yeah, they were also looking for a special use permit for this campground. That they want to do on the large lot.
But that would be another round. of-
Yes, but
We'll
right
probably
now,
see it again.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Subdivision into 3 parcels, one for the house that's there now, then they're gonna build another house for, I think, family member.
Mhm.
But the one house is gonna have, the one parcel is gonna have 2 houses on it, which it does already,
It
so
does.
by doing the subdivision, it's not very.
It's interesting looking, isn't it?
Nice.
Right.
I know, I was looking at it, it's very dark. Mhm. That's a good one right there.
Yeah. There we go.
So we need a special use permit. I was wondering if they had to do some sort of rezone or
So the second
that's
round,
to
they're,
have the cabins.
yeah, they're going to PRC again and they'll have special use permit and site plan go with that one.
Mhm.
So this will probably come through by us again.
Mhm.
Now, the applicant said she was gonna be on tonight, but I guess she didn't get it.
Changed from some of the previous things we've seen.
They, the private road there, they changed lot 2 was a flag lot going out to, Seneca Point Road. And they changed that so that everybody has frontage on the private drive. This way, the lots are,
Right, yeah, right.
Okay.
to code,
Mhm.
but, and they widened that for emergency pull-offs, for easements.
Mhm.
um, That was the biggest change that they did. And just have the one entrance to the road from that private road. The other entrance they have in the close line.
Anybody want to see Encore?
Yeah, sure. Mhm.
Of course. Go ahead. So, gotta go. Hate it when it's this.
It's on,
It's up. Okay.
it's on the corner of Seneca Point. Over Yes Barnes.
So are they? Is that the pond? No.
That's
they're
a
di-
pond, they're gonna be building another one.
They're digging a pond. There,
Over by the cabins, they're gonna put a pond,
was the cabins going in like this
over more,
area?
over, see where the number of the tax net number's right in the middle?
Here?
Yeah, the cabins are. Kind of over to, right in that general area, right, Mike?
Over
Yeah,
here.
right in that area, the cabins will be right. Let's-
I don't know.
Let's
if
take a
they
look at
go
the
that
map,
far
really.
in.
Can we look at the site plan again?
The,
It looks like they're about in the middle, okay, they're about in the middle of the property, kinda,
it's like they're in the woods.
yeah.
So are they going to be clearing the trees for this?
They haven't mentioned it so far.
Because there's a lot of cleared areas, so if they're clearing trees, I would prefer that they don't. And pick one of these open areas that looks like it's
It's already cleared, yeah.
already cleared.
Mhm.
It's hard, it's hard, it would be nice to see, I don't know if they have a tree line on any of these.
No, I didn't see them. Just wondering about that. fire.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. It's just not on all of them.
If I'm guessing correctly. It looks like they're going to be
In the woods,
clearing,
yeah.
clearing trees for that.
Down the middle of the woods. it looked
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. And now this is right above Barnes Gully, correct?
Mhm. I think the proposed house on lot 2 is also in woods. Can we look at the picture again?
Sure.
Yeah, see the woods line goes through there. Yeah, so whatever. From here, it looks like there might be some open spots in there though.
Maybe that's a suggestion we could have is on their plans where they show things. If they could show the existing tree line on it,
That would be helpful.
It would be, yes.
because that would be helpful for the planning board to know too.
Yeah.
Particularly right above the gully.
Yeah.
I would hate to destroy trees.
Or if the engineer has the ability to do the photo underlay, that would be
Yes,
helpful.
That would be very helpful.
However,
Yeah,
yes.
that would be helpful, because then you
But we
have the
need to have
plan
more
over
information.
the picture.
Yeah.
That's really helpful. I'm sure they
Well,
could
let's
do it.
ask
I
for
mean,
it.
we do it. I'm sure they
Yeah.
could do it.
I'm sure.
Cause yeah, with the gully there, I would,
It's pretty sensitive, yeah.
it's pretty sensitive, so I wouldn't wanna see them removing trees. Especially when there's so much cleared area already there, maybe they could. Tuck their
Yes.
cabins or something next to the tree line and grow trees over time.
Plant some trees around them if they
Yeah.
want trees, yeah, but. Particularly where you've got those severe slopes, tree roots are holding the slopes together.
Yeah.
And if you're increasing runoff from up above it.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah.
not healthy. Does anyone know, do you know what species are predominant in barns?
In barns,
In the gully there, is that
Oh.
hemlock or is it?
there's hemlock, there's
Yeah.
beech,
Okay, I haven't been up that far and I just wondered if.
there's
the hemlock's
maple,
there.
I've seen tulip tree. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Especially if there are little clusters of hemlock, that's a particularly sensitive area.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
And hemlock, the roots actually grow together and entwine, so they make a net
Hmm.
to keep the shale in place. And so you know, if you lose the hemlocks, you
Yeah.
lose stability.
Hmm.
Roots are not necessarily deep, hence the,
No, they're not.
hence the network
Yeah.
structure.
They're not particularly, and they are specifically adapted to low light poor soils
Right.
and so on. And if they die, what you get back is in general buckthorn and box elder, because they can tolerate those conditions too. Not particularly desirable
Right.
stuff, and certainly not equivalent ecosystem
Yeah.
support.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, your hemlocks keep those little streams and stuff cool for your fish and your species, so it's key.
So protecting that gully is going to be a really important consideration.
Okay,
Last time we looked at this, we talked some about encouraging the town to pursue obtaining the easement for future trail development, which would connect with Ananda and then on the other side of 21, eventually the Vista Preserve. And I guess, you know, if there was easement along the gully, that would also maybe ensure protection of that area.
Would help.
well, that's definitely something good to include in our notes, because I know the planning board, they ask for easements for different trails and stuff, so if there's anything ever like that, we can definitely include it in, it's a little tickler for them to ask.
Mhm.
Any other comments? Okay,
I'm gonna full story. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Eric?
I think my biggest concern was the gully.
Yeah, it would be nice to know what they're planning in relation to the existing
Yeah.
trees.
Especially as you noted, given the amount of land already cleared.
Yeah.
And.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's a mild slope, so there's already a fair amount of runoff or water movement across that.
Mhm.
That's then going over the gully or into the gully.
I believe this has got if I remember right from what they've said, it's got a longer plan.
Mhm.
So I mean, they've got some time to plant
Yeah.
shrubs and trees and
Mhm.
stuff too, so. Any last comments?
No, it's a nice green space that sounds like will be mostly preserved.
Let's
Yeah.
hope. New Michigan Road, this is actually the site plan for Dave Emery's daughter. We had the subdivision for this one. Neighbor down the road from you, you know?
Oh, I know. See, that feels like it's getting close.
Mike, do you have anything?
Right
I
now,
did
where
not.
our close neighbors.
I'll
are
get a
a mile
chance to
away.
look at this one. Kristen, you're both in one of them, Mr.
Yeah.
That's their. They don't have any trees, it's all agriculture.
It's a farm
Farmland,
field.
Yeah.
Farm field,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
I see they have a really long driveway,
They do.
long enough they had to put a pull off on it.
It's like over 600 feet from the front of the house to the road. So yeah, long driveway.
Just fine until you have to snow blow it.
Absolutely.
Almost.
Oh, yeah.
And I paid to have someone plow my driveway and
Hmm.
it is not cheap.
No, it is not.
I could definitely own a snow blower, but then one of us would have to go out and do that. so.
Mhm.
I don't really have much in the way of comments on this one. Other than when she considers undoing landscaping, I hope they put in native plants and trees and
Mhm.
maybe consider a rain garden because they've got such a long driveway.
There's not a great deal of slope there, but they'll probably need to pay attention to the drainage on the driveway for sure.
So
You can take a look at it now because it's not frozen and they're puddles.
We've had a lot of water lately.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
lots
that's
of
true.
water.
Yeah.
So they could, actually, this would be a good time for them to go out and take a look and see where they might need some drainage, where that would go. Because it will probably come down to the culvert
Culvert,
on
yeah.
my place,
Mhm.
which runs
Yeah,
terribly full a lot of times when you hear the culvert howling. You know, the whirlpool at the bottom, it is carrying an awful lot of water,
Mhm.
yeah.
which I've heard too often,
Mhm.
so.
So, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad,
Infiltration. Right.
wouldn't be a bad idea to have, you know, a rain garden. They've got the space. It would be very pretty in that.
Yeah.
That area would definitely be a benefit for them, I think.
I would think
Good
so.
suggestion.
Other than that, I didn't really have any real comments on
Yeah.
this one.
Mhm.
It was pretty straightforward and.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's really not,
it's an old ag field
it's an ag
that's,
field, it's,
Mhm.
you know.
the ag committee, they said it was kind of marginal land, so.
It has grown a poor crop of soybeans for the last couple of years, so that's.
Okay.
So good spot for a house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and her
And there's
dad's
lots-
right there and,
Mhm.
you know, I think she was intending on doing some. Like agriculture or something like that, I thought I saw that in
Mhm.
Well, I think,
some things. so,
yeah, I didn't see anything objectionable. on
Yeah.
that.
Gary, do you have anything?
No, they should consider a heat pump or geothermal for their HVAC need.
I will include that, they got the space.
They sure do.
I have all kinds of space, sure.
Eric, anything?
No, it seems pretty straightforward.
Mhm. Great.
Perfect. Move on. That's Lakeview Lane. You know about this one, Mike?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, they're just, I believe they're getting rid of. An attached garage, no, a detached garage, and they're attaching it, I think that's the one.
Yeah,
I gotta see the picture.
there's a structure at the road and then the garage that they're removing and. Yeah,
Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I like how they showed in red what they're planning on removing.
It does,
It
it
helps.
does.
It helps. So this is what they have now. And in red is what's coming out of there, right, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see that they're going to have variances because they're increasing the.
Yeah, the lot coverage is gonna increase and it's.
A little bit. The pictures was also good to see on this one as well.
Yeah.
Couple of their neighbors have pretty full lots
I noticed
on
that.
this street
Mhm.
or drive or.
catch a space on this or something, maybe. Really fussy about that.
Mhm. You see a lot of coverage in that area.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're-
yeah.
Oh,
Way
there.
Very full
over.
lot, yeah, very full.
I would. I mean, they're not that far over. It would be nice if they could find some that they could like reduce it a little bit more. I also noticed that they don't have they do have landscaping, but they didn't put any between the lake and the house. And the planning board will ask for it's because part of the scenic view shed overlay,
Mhm.
softening the view, so. I don't have to put big trees, but you know, serviceberry or other small tree like
Red bud would be
red
nice,
bud,
yeah.
they're really pretty.
I didn't notice if there was a shoreline guideline statement in this one or not. I just was looking at the site plan.
I don't remember seeing one, but it might be there.
It might be.
Yeah, one of these.
There, that's the
There it
one where I
is.
saw plantings, yeah, that's it.
It was rather minor what they had noted. You only had like birch. And then it was basically grass and hydrangea.
River birch.
So I don't have a problem with,
Mhm.
you know, the species they picked, but would be nice to have some more on the lakeside.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cause that will soften the view and,
Yes, actually, it would give them a little more privacy also, you know.
and I don't think,
Soften the sound of the jet skis going by.
definitely, I mean, some things like the red bud are really pretty.
Yes, they are, and they're quite, even when they're old, they're still a smallish tree.
Yeah,
You can always trim them up so you can see out from under them and, you know, it still helps to soften that view.
so that would be a suggestion I had is plantings on the lakeside.
Mhm.
I think that would be good.
It'd be a nice trade-off, I mean, unofficial trade.
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
And you're right, planning board will ask about it.
Mhm.
they most certainly will, and
Mhm.
so if they can, you know, do it before then,
That'll help them.
that will definitely help.
Yeah.
Um. Now, they haven't been to the zoning board yet, right, Mike?
No.
No, I see they have some dry wells and stuff, but
Mhm.
I don't know if they. Their lot's so small, if they probably got rid of that walkway, they'd probably be like, they'd probably be fine.
Yeah,
So, on some of these, I don't think it takes them an awful lot to pull it more into compliance, so
they're not that much over, really.
now. So, any comments people have?
Nothing additional, no.
No, they're not asking for a large increase of developed space. But it is a small yard.
Mhm.
Yeah. And there's, I'm sure there's drainage issues down there. So whatever they can do, but would definitely be appreciated. Gary, you got any?
Nothing here.
Alrighty. So,
Mhm.
native species, planting lakeside,
Mhm.
reduce impervious if they can.
Yeah, they can.
If it's a walkway, they could always use pervious pavers and that.
Yeah, they definitely could.
Mhm.
or walk on grass.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, they could, I don't know why they really need that one there myself.
Mhm.
Because they probably can come right out of the
Probably can, yeah,
garage and the
yeah.
house onto the
Mhm.
deck.
Well, let's question the need for the walkway.
Okay.
See if they could enter from the house garage, probably would anyway.
Or maybe they
Yeah.
can do one of those grid ones where it's got the grass in it,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah,
the,
sure.
those are neat,
Mhm.
Yep.
and they reduce coverage too.
Mhm.
so whatever they can do
Whatever
like
they can
that,
do to reduce the,
yeah,
the.
should always encourage it,
Yeah.
Particularly on a lot that size.
yeah. So, alrighty,
Mhm.
we're cruising,
Yeah.
I like it.
Mhm.
Newsletter, if anybody has, I'm collecting articles for February. So if anybody has anything they'd like to submit for February? Forget, I think it's like the 26th or something like that is the due date. Be happy to
That's
take
what
whatever.
We should,
Oh, yeah, it's right on there.
we should tell Justin that since he wasn't able to be with us, he can do the next newsletter entry. Sounds like he's very busy. We'll have to think about that, but what would we write for February?
Comes out on the 1st, so it's the
Yeah.
beginning of February,
January
so
26th.
whatever.
Yes.
this is a very busy month for me, so I
Okay,
can do it this month.
It's okay. Life happens.
Yeah,
Well, I could probably do the pre-planting thing for you before February, so that.
Okay.
We'll know that.
Perfect. I think that would be nice.
Okay, well, the tree and shrub order came out from Soil and Water District, you know, so.
Oh.
That's the
That's a
nice
timely
little
thing, yes.
yeah, that sounds
mention
good.
with
And I'm
that.
getting seed catalogs.
Yeah.
They all crazy. Yeah, over it. Hey, it's a.
It's Christmas for gardeners.
Yes, it is. Yes, when I find myself reading seed catalogs in bed, you know, I'm waiting for spring.
Yep. I do all the ordering online, but I love sitting with those paper catalogs.
Yes, yeah. I go, well, some of this and some of that and some.
Definitely keep your ideas going for upcoming months. So,
Okay.
and display case.
Well, the heritage trees are up there right now, but I'm almost finished with the birds in winter thing, so I will probably be switching it out as
Nice,
soon as I get that finished.
very nice. We're up to our organizational meeting. So we just have to go through the different elections. So I'm currently the secretary for the board as well as the chair. The town board, they do the chairperson one. So we don't do that, but if people want me to stay as the secretary, I need a
Well, you
motion.
know the answer to that. Yes. Please, oh, please.
So there's a first and a second, and all in favor? say
Absolutely.
aye. Thank you. Edith, you're the current vice chair, are you not?
I don't know, I suppose so.
Would you
Probably
like
not
to,
to function, yes.
would you like to stay the vice chair?
I can do that.
All right, I will make the motion for you to be vice chair. Have a second.
Second, third, Aye.
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
I,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, commiserations, yeah.
This is, I sent out the board calendar and I don't know if everybody's good with this date and time. Day and time, I guess I should say.
Yes, it's always been, or as it's been for so very long.
Yes.
I'm so used to it.
Yes, it's helpful that
Yeah,
it's.
yeah.
Expected.
I'm good with it still.
Yes, it's fine.
Eric and Gary, are you good with the day and time?
Thursdays aren't the best for me, but I'll defer to the majority opinion there. Sounds like Thursday's best for everyone else.
Same here, I'm studying Tai Chi up in Rochester on Thursday and it goes till 4:10.
Ah, okay.
You know, if you don't mind me coming in 10-15 minutes late, like, you know, and occasionally sweatpants, I just run down and get in the car. and shoot down the
Fine.
highway and-
Want a demonstration one of these times.
Okay. The long form's gonna
If,
Two more
if
years
there's
to-
No.
another day that works for everyone with that, but, it'd be a suggestion for there.
For me, I could probably meet anything. But I'm just used to this one, so it doesn't really matter.
If people are used to it,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Gary, did you have any suggestions or?
And no, again, you know, I might end up zooming in more often, but you know, Thursdays are okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, why don't we leave it at that right now, but if it gets a problem for anybody, definitely speak up, we can move it and.
At one point, there was some discussion about the sequence of the different meetings, you know, leading up to um, the planning board and getting our stuff done, you know, as well as the ZBA meetings, PRCs. And I'm not sure if that's still an issue. I haven't heard any discussion of it, so it probably is not an issue anymore. But at one point, there was some concerns about us not getting our stuff done in time.
I've pretty much been getting it to the different boards before they meet, so
Okay, okay.
sometimes it
Not
is
an
really tight, cause there'll be like a week or 10 days in between, and sometimes, given other stuff that was going on, it could be a challenge. Cause these meeting minutes take me quite a bit, cause I actually do all of the writing up the recommendations for the planning board and stuff, so I do all of the report stuff kind of right into the minutes, so it takes me a little bit.
Mhm.
But I am cutting out some of my other jobs, so should make it a little easier for me. Well, if you want to keep that day and time, I just need someone to make a motion.
I move that we keep it the same and with the option of changing if it becomes difficult for
Mhm.
more
Yeah,
board members.
definitely.
Let's plan it for
Yeah,
now.
we can change that at any time. Chris Naylor was talking about that the other night in the planning board, so if these rules aren't working for us, we can vote to change them at any time,
Okay.
so.
I'll just be a little late most Thursdays.
Is that going to go long term, or are you,
Well, yeah, it's a long term,
okay,
it's 108 movement form. It's a lot form I need to learn. It's gonna
okay,
be
all right,
years to drill down and
okay,
get it to the point that I can teach it.
Oh,
I
cool.
can teach one, the
That's
short
right.
form, but the long form is years of work. But that's okay.
That's a real
Um,
commitment.
It's not the hard martial arts. I'm not getting hit. I'm not getting up from the mat. I'm too old for that. This is perfect. I heard this, my ego occasionally. I'm good with that.
well, if it gets too challenging for you at any
Yeah.
point, definitely,
Okay, all right.
See how it works. So,
yeah, okay. So all in favor?
right.
I,
Let's see, adopt rules of procedure, did anyone have any changes to the procedure document they sent out?
no,
Gary, was there any changes?
None from here.
Eric?
Nope, nope.
Can I have a motion to adopt the rules of procedure?
I will motion to adopt the rules of procedure.
Second. Perfect, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We don't have any standing committees, but I left it on there because it was one of the things that were in our rules and procedures, so.
Yeah,
I'll just move past that. I did anyone, I'm sorry, I didn't get it out earlier than today, but I did send out the memo.
saw it.
Did you get a copy of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's nice thick paper.
You know, I don't go
Nice.
through much paper at home, so I usually buy
Buy the good stuff.
the good stuff. Um, Did anyone have any changes to the memo?
No, when will that be considered by the board? Do we know?
I will, who's doing the agenda for the town board? I think Sarah. Sarah? I will pass it to Sarah. And, then she can get it scheduled on one of the town board. agendas. The town board has decided to have 2 meetings a month.
That's probably gonna be helpful.
So I think they will see it sooner rather than later then. But yeah, I can make any changes anybody wants. I tried to capture what we had talked about and what went on in our meeting. And I know Chris Nadler said that they can't ask for a variance. So it would be really have to be something to go to the town board level. Although the planning board, if it gets approved by the town board, the planning board would probably have to approve the site plan. That would be my guess. I'm guessing there. Are we all good with it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Captures what we talked about last meeting.
Okay. I will send that along then. And let's see, we have ECB plans for 2024. I'm kind of interested if people would like to take on like a little project of their choosing for the year. It could be a document for residents or developers, could be suggesting an ordinance and working through some of that. Getting a speaker, anything really. So if you want to think about it, it could be big, little, doesn't really make a difference, whatever is near and dear to your heart. But something for us to work on other than just, do the reviews and maybe something to make things a little better and be a little bit more active rather than passive on some of these things.
Right. Yes.
So. If you're really busy, it can be something small, it could be like take you all year. Doesn't matter, it's just something to move us forward. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And so bring your ideas to the February meeting. We'll go from there. I think I heard from Chuck in the planning board that the town board is gonna set up meetings with different boards and committees. So, that may be coming. I don't really have a lot of detail there, I just got that. Chuck was talking about it, so. I don't know if that's like all of us or just me. But if they have a meeting like that, definitely would all be invited. Welcome to attend. So. Does anybody have anything that they'd like to talk about?
I mean, in training, one of the members of the Y I trained is an administrator at the landfill outside of Geneva. And he gave me his contact information, asked me if our group would be interested in a tour of that facility. How waste is stored and why it's stored the way it is. I don't know if a
Yes.
trip to a landfill would excite anybody. I think it'd be kind of.
Oh, I've been there
interesting.
several
They've-
times.
they've had
Believe
to-
me,
they've
it
had
is
to
an
be-
eye opener.
I imagine it is an eye opener. In a lot of ways.
Yes, it is. Yes, I think you would find it interesting. It's one of those things that is very interesting and quite dismaying.
Yeah.
At the same time, yeah.
Yes, and it is unbelievably larger than you can imagine from just driving by it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've looked at it on Google Maps and zoned in on it, and it's.
It is a real reality check. I really would recommend it. I think it would be
Okay,
of interest to you.
Okay.
yeah, if you wanna set
That
up
would be
something,
great.
just, I'll double check with Sarah. I think if there's more than a couple of us, it would probably have to be public. So if other people wanna join us. Cause it's one of those open meeting things,
Yes.
cause we'd have a quorum,
Right.
so.
It was a nice, great conversation and nice offer, and I do have his contact information. I'll contact him to see if he can
Okay.
set something up.
Yeah,
And I just from doing a little research for a course on that technology, landfill technology, and then speaking with him.
Mhm.
And it does sound, as you said, interesting, but dismaying, and I think there's a lot to learn that
we,
you don't know.
yeah,
Yes, yes. Yes.
so yeah, if you ask them, definitely see if it would be okay if. Some additional
Okay,
people from the public come, cause they probably have to. Put it on the calendar
I see.
and, just make it public, cause if we have a quorum.
Yeah, okay, I didn't think of that, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, it's just one of those,
oh, yeah.
I'm guessing that's the way it goes,
Mhm.
wouldn't you think, Mike?
Absolutely.
So,
Okay,
but yeah, no, that would be cool.
all right. Interesting.
Field
Yeah.
trip is fun.
Field trip.
Anything else anyone has, or the tree team, or?
The tree team did not meet this month, but we were notified that the additional funds given to the park employees, that they have purchased native plants, trees, things for Miller Park that will be going in the spring, so that was good, yes. Actually, I was thinking, it'd be kind of interesting to go tour someplace like White Oak Nursery where they are growing the native plants, and you can see
Definitely.
what they are, that might be.
I've never been there. I've never been there.
If you wanna reach out to them and see if.
Yes, well, I will.
See if he'd be, again, it would probably be one of those things we'd have to
Yeah,
just
well,
have it be open.
I'll see if he has an open house or anything.
Oh,
sort of
perfect.
thing.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
we could track out and
Yeah,
see about that.
definitely, yeah, the things that were ordered for the from the ECB funds. I had asked Lindsay and Jess at one of the staff meetings. And Lindsay says, oh,
Yes, yes.
Andrew, right?
Andy, yeah.
Andy,
uh-huh, yeah.
Andy has an account and can do the ordering, so I had
Yes.
sent her along the information, and
Mhm,
so he
yeah.
was gonna take care of that.
Yes, he did. He had a very nice list of things. I did.
Excellent. Excellent. So yeah, I had indicated we were looking for bird support and shrubs
Right,
and different
right,
things
well,
like that, so.
Mhm.
He did an excellent job of selecting
Wonderful.
things. Yes.
Wonderful.
Um,
That will be nice. That will be really great things to go in there,
mhm.
so. Anything else? There's definitely municipal boot camp and other trainings if people want trainings.
I think there's a training the 17th. For form-based
Yep.
code,
Form-based
Yeah.
code.
To 8.
yeah, in the evening
Yeah,
time,
I've
but
got
that,
on my
that will
calendar.
be,
Signed up for it.
If
yeah,
for-
me too.
If for some reason you can't make it, I think it will be recorded, so.
Okay, will it be Zoom available? Okay.
Yeah,
Let's make it easier.
Yeah, well, I may have to watch it from Kansas, so.
No, that's fine.
do
As
we
long-
get, do we get points for that one?
I would consider it
I
training.
think, I'm sure it's
Hey,
training.
but, you know, I mean, we should know it,
Yeah, I
but
should know.
Yeah.
it's nice to get a reward too.
Well,
Yep,
sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, yes, definitely consider it training. Put that in,
Mhm.
That's the 17th, you said?
17, yeah,
next Wednesday.
Mhm.
If you don't have the information, let me know. I can forward on that email.
Okay.
I think that's it, unless anybody has anything else. You look like you were gonna say something.
I was thinking that the form and the information for public nomination of heritage trees has been at least surveyed by the town supervisor
Okay.
and is probably on its way to being presented to the town board for
Okay.
approval.
Excellent.
That has been in the works for
Long time.
quite a long
long
time,
time.
but I think it's probably going to be introduced to the public this spring.
Okay. Definitely something for the newsletter.
Yes, I will see if I can get a copy of that
Yeah,
for you, so
Yep.
it can be added to it.
It can
anyway.
just be part of the flyers and the standard newsletter, so. Definitely.
I will be in touch with Dennis and see if.
Okay.
If it's ready for publication.
Wonderful. So whenever it is,
Yeah.
definitely
Good.
keep me in mind and
Yes, I will try to send that along. Okay.
maybe a little article just to like
Yes.
talk about it would be
Yes.
nice, so.
Well, we identified as the display has the heritage trees that we kind of selected as a committee, that are on town property. So these are not private property, they're mostly accessible to the public anyway. But we do want the public to nominate their pet tree.
That's a nice way to put it, that tree.
Yes.
Grandfather tree.
Well, yes, many of them are, or grandmother trees,
grandmother
actually,
trees.
yes. There are actually more that are on public property that we ought to identify and have on record too, but those will
Very
come in,
nice,
yeah.
excellent. Well, I will look forward to that. Anyone else, anything?